When did you decide to beat your brother at his own game? My younger brother Nathaniel got diagnosed with high-functioning autism at 14 and immediately weaponized it against me. First, he deleted my college essays claiming executive dysfunction made him confused about files. I tried talking to him calmly, explaining they took weeks to write. You're being ableist, he said, running to our parents. When he crashed my car, I suggested family therapy to work through boundaries. Nathaniel had a meltdown in the therapist's office, claiming I was trying to fix him instead of accepting his neurodiversity. The therapist ended the session, told my parents I needed sensitivity training. I even tried writing him a letter explaining how his actions hurt me. He literally posted it online, calling it autism discrimination from my own brother. So I begged my parents to intervene, but they weren't any more help than a broken radio. Nathaniel can't help it, Mom said. His brain works differently. Then Dad moved my college fund to Nathaniel's specialized therapy while he posted TikToks from parties. That's when something inside me shifted. After 3 years of trying every civil approach, I was about to teach my brother what the real world looks like. If Nathaniel could weaponize autism, I'd make him live by his own rules. He claimed he needed strict routines and advance notice for any changes. Perfect. I started calling him at 6 a.m. every day to confirm his routine. The first morning, his voice cracked with rage. By day 4, he stopped answering. So I told our parents he was having a nonverbal episode and needed immediate intervention. I watched Nathaniel's jaw clench as Mom rushed over with his weighted blanket. He claimed certain textures made him unable to function. I replaced all his clothes with the wool sweaters he said he couldn't wear. Nathaniel stood frozen in his doorway, staring at his closet full of triggering fabric, wearing his regular hoodie. Mom, Nathaniel's forcing himself into unsafe textures again. His hands balled into fists as Mom insisted on buying him proper sensory clothing, unable to explain why he didn't need it without exposing his lies. Week 2, I escalated. I started showing up as his workplace accommodation support, telling his boss Nathaniel needed family assistance for his anxiety. Nathaniel's face drained of color as I sat beside him for 8 hours, cheerfully helping with his challenges. His coworkers watched him with new sympathy while he squirmed, unable to check Instagram or take fake bathroom breaks with me documenting his needs. By week 3, I was scheduling his entire life. Nathaniel needs routine, so I've enrolled him in autism swimming class every evening at 6 p.m., already paid for the year. His mouth opened and closed like a fish, trapped between attending or admitting his routine wasn't real. He went to every session, sitting rigid in the shallow end with actual autistic children, his face burning as I waved from the viewing area. The best part was requesting official accommodations everywhere. Waiters brought children sensory toys while Nathaniel sat frozen, his knuckles white around his fork. This is exactly what you asked for, I said sweetly. Week 4, Nathaniel finally snapped. I was at his workplace again, being his support person, when he grabbed my arm and dragged me outside. I can't do this anymore, he hissed, shaking with actual rage. You win, okay? You win. I stayed calm. Win what? I'm just helping with your autism. That's when he lost it completely. Started screaming in the parking lot about how I was ruining his life, how he couldn't take the swimming classes anymore. Couldn't stand me following him everywhere. His boss came outside to check the commotion, then his coworkers. Nathaniel kept ranting, not noticing the growing audience. It's all fake, okay? The autism, the sensory issues, all of it. I just wanted people to stop expecting things from me. The parking lot went silent. His boss pulled out his phone, started recording. Nathaniel, are you saying you've been lying about needing workplace accommodations? Nathaniel's face went white as he noticed everyone watching. The swimming instructor was walking by. She worked in the same complex. Nathaniel, is everything all right? You're going to be late for class. Nathaniel looked around at all the faces. His boss, his coworkers, the instructor who'd spent months teaching him alongside actual autistic children. Tell them, I said quietly. Tell them which version is real. Nathaniel stood there, trembling, surrounded by every person he lied to. His boss kept recording. I need to call your parents, the swimming instructor said slowly, pulling out her phone. They need to know what you just said. Nathaniel tried to run, but his legs wouldn't move. The video spread in our family group chat within hours. Nathaniel's boss fired him on the spot. I drove home to find Nathaniel sobbing at the kitchen table, while Mom and Dad watched his confession on repeat. At least now we know, Mom said, trying to comfort him. That's when I lost it. Do you know what you gave him? My voice shook. My college fund, $40,000. Dad looked up, confused. That was for his therapy. What therapy? I slammed the receipts I'd kept on the table. He played you for 3 years. Mom's face went white as she realized. Dad stood up, walked to Nathaniel, then just stared at him like he was seeing him for the first time. Nathaniel couldn't even look up. Now he works warehouse nights where nobody knows him. No more accommodations, just consequences.